This is Law for Community Workers Spotlight On, the Shortcut Series podcast for community and health workers produced by Legal Aid New South Wales. My name is Pauline, and I'm from the Community Legal Education branch here in Legal Aid, and we would like to acknowledge that our podcast is recorded on Aboriginal land and pay our respects to Elders past and present. Always was, always will be. Today, our guest is Alex, and we are shining the spotlight on the HIV AIDS Legal Centre. Hi Alex, please tell us a little bit about the HIV AIDS Legal Centre and what sort of matters you deal with.
Hi there, my name's Alexandra Strategos. I'm the Principal Solicitor at the HIV AIDS Legal Centre. We're a free community legal service for people living with and affected by HIV and viral hepatitis. We predominantly deal with matters that are HIV or hepatitis related, but sometimes that can be interpreted quite broadly. So you've got your sort of obvious ones, which are discrimination on the basis of HIV or privacy, vilification. As well as that, we deal with a lot of immigration. There's significant barriers to entry, stay and residence for people living with HIV. We also deal with matters such as housing. For example, if a person's living with a chronic health condition and they don't have access to housing, where are they going to keep their treatment? Are they going to be able to access treatment on a reliable and consistent basis? So from that perspective, it becomes a HIV-related matter. We also deal with criminal matters, social security, wills and estates and end-of-life planning, such as enduring guardianships and power of attorney, family, really just a bit of everything.
Who are your target clients, and are there any specific eligibilities to access your service?
So our target clients are really just anybody who is living with HIV or viral hepatitis. We also do assist some people who fall into at-risk categories, such as people who inject drugs or sex workers and men who have sex with men and transgender people. In terms of eligibility, the matter would be generally is going to be HIV or hepatitis related. But like I said before, that's interpreted pretty broadly. And also usually they'd be suffering from some form of financial hardship or have an inability to access private legal services.
Would you speak to us about the strict confidentiality laws around people's HIV status?
Yeah, so it's really important to maintain the confidentiality of a person's HIV status. If a service provider, even such as a legal service, for example, discloses an HIV status, there are additional penalties involved in that, in addition to my general obligations as a legal service provider. That follows the same for people from working in healthcare settings, working in community services as well. A person's HIV status must remain confidential and cannot be disclosed unless there is specific consent given by the person living with HIV or they're otherwise compelled by law, such as through subpoena, for example.
What is the best way for a community worker to make a referral, or can clients self-refer?
Sure. So a client can just give us a call. They can call us anytime during office hours, which are 10 a.m. till 6 p.m., Monday to Friday. And they can just call us up. You'll find our details all on our website, which is www.halc.org.au. And they could give us a call and somebody will take down some information from them, some general contact information. Some information is collected for statistical purposes as well, and then some information about the legal matter. And then from there, we decide whether we can take that matter on as a case or provide advice, or if it's appropriate to refer elsewhere. If a community worker wants to make a referral, obviously with the complete consent of the client, again, they could call us up. There's also a form on our website that they could complete, which would be very convenient for us. If they complete that form, put in as many of the details as possible and provide us with any supporting paperwork. For example, if it's a migration matter, anything about their visa, status, or if it's a criminal matter, a copy of the court attendance notice, for example, provide us with those documents and then we contact the client and go from there.
That's excellent. And is the centre easy to get to for people who have an appointment or just need to come into the centre?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get to. We're located just near Central Station, so super easy by train or the trams. There's also buses close by. There is some street parking available. It's all generally metered parking around as well. We're located on the 5th floor of the building, but there is lift access for anybody who needs it. But also generally we're able to deal with clients and provide assistance remotely through video conference or telephone, email. We're happy to accommodate where needed. You can also, if needed, such as, for that end of life planning, drafting up wills and things, if it was really necessary, we can also do outreach to hospitals or people's homes to do those documents if it's necessary and appropriate to do so.
Do you have any webinars or training sessions coming up? And does the service present at conferences at all?
Sure, we don't have anything scheduled at present. We're more than happy to be contacted to talk about arranging a CLE session for either prospective clients, or also for community workers as well. You're welcome to contact us and we can see if we can present and tailor it to your specific needs. We present as CLEs frequently, and we present at the universities, different universities in terms of lectures. We've also presented at national and international conferences, including most recently at the ASHM conference and also at the International AIDS Society conference that this year was held in Montreal. We've presented there on criminal transmission of HIV. We've presented on immigration matters. We've presented on strategic litigation, denial of insurance for people living with HIV, on a wide range of topics.
And does the HALC have a newsletter that people can subscribe to?
We do. You could subscribe to the newsletter on our website, or flick us an email and we can add you to the mailing list if you can't find where to subscribe. We're happy to do that. We've also got a bit of a social media presence. We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram as well. You can find us on Facebook at HALC NSW. That's where you'll find us. You can also find those links to both the Instagram and Facebook through our website as well, which is easy.
Wonderful. And what's the one thing you would like anyone living with HIV or hepatitis needing legal assistance to know?
I suppose it's just important that you contact us for assistance early so that we can provide the best assistance we can, particularly say matters such as migration matters. There might be strategic choices in terms of migration that you might need to make. For example, a person seeking to seek permanent residency through skilled migration, they need to be really thinking about that from early on in the process in terms of what they're going to be studying, so that they can work towards a skilled migration process and skilled migration pathway that will lead to permanent residency, given that the options are so limited. As well, contacting us early if there was discrimination in employment. For example, if a person's dismissed from work, they only have 21 days to commence proceedings in Fair Work. So it's really important to get in contact with us as soon as possible. And the same with sort of criminal matters if you've got upcoming court dates and things. But yeah, just contact us and we're happy to have a chat, see if we can assist. And if we can't, I'm sure that we can find someone we can refer you on to that can assist if it's not something we do assist with.
Thank you so much for taking the time for us today, Alex, and for letting us shine the spotlight on the HIV AIDS Legal Centre.
Thank you so much for having me. And please get in contact if you need assistance.
That was our guest, Alex Strategos from the HIV AIDS Legal Centre. As promised, we will have the links to any websites and resources mentioned in this episode in our show notes, including the link to watch this episode on our YouTube channel. But as always, you can email us to cle@legalaid.nsw.gov.au. This has been Spotlight On. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, everyone.